Today, thousands gathered for day 9 of protests in the Rose City, beginning at Revolution Hall, marching through East Portland. Welcome to KOIN 6 News at 11 o'clock. I'm Wayne Haverly. Now, that group went up to Irving Park earlier in the afternoon. KOIN 6's Jennifer Dowling. She's live now with details on that peaceful protest and also the latest look at what's happening right now at the Justice Center, where they've been asked to disperse that crowd after it started to get a little bit rowdy in the last couple of minutes. What's the situation there now, Jennifer?
Well, it's gotten pretty tense. Police have declared this an unlawful assembly and a civil disturbance, and they're asking people to leave. You can see there's still some crowds here despite their warnings. They told people to get out now. They want them to move to the south, away from the Justice Center, and clear the park. You can hear the megaphones making the announcements. It's been their practice to make several announcements like this, telling people they want them to leave before they deploy those less lethal rounds, such as gas canisters, smoke, or flashbang devices. People have been a little bit rowdy, a little bit tense here. They've been rocking the fence. Of course, there are peaceful protesters in this crowd, but there's also a lot of agitated folks, too, who want to test the boundaries of this new fence. It's a fence that has increased in size over the past day. It wasn't this high yesterday. It looks like police have reinforced it, maybe to prevent bottles from flying into their perimeter around the Justice Center. Again, this has been declared an unlawful assembly and civil disturbance. But earlier in the day, we had a peaceful protest we were following on the southeast side. We want to give them some airtime. This was the Rose City Justice Coalition. Well, let's listen to what they had to say, and we'll check back in here at the Justice Center after we listen to their thoughts.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist cops have got to go.
Thousands made their way through the streets of Southeast Portland on their way to Irving Park for Saturday's Black Lives Matter march.
We can't allow a little bit of rain to stop us. If you're really in this fight with us, you'll be out here today regardless of the rain.
Some of those who couldn't march still took the time to help those who could.
I can't do all the marching, can't do everything else, but I wanted to help with the people that are.
Paul says he was attacked for being gay and was injured about 3 years ago, those injuries preventing him from marching. He brought some water, refreshments, and umbrellas for those who would be making the long trek to Irving Park.
That way they can stay hydrated, they can do what they need to do to show this city is all about equality.
Paul said he lived in Minneapolis for a time and remembers the kindness showed to him in the same diverse neighborhoods where George Floyd was from.
That was my first place when I came out. I ended up with a huge black community that embraced me, especially the gay black community. And for me, that's why I stand today.
The Rose City Justice Coalition has vowed to bring their marches to different neighborhoods across the Rose City.
We try to keep things light. We understand that it's a very serious time right now, but we definitely try to have music and keep people's spirits up while we're out here.
Mana says Friday night Joanne Hardesty spoke to thousands at the waterfront. She invites other politicians to join them as well.
We don't want the old Portland to come back or things to go back how they used to be. We need change, and that's what we demand.
So back here at the Justice Center, we are seeing a peaceful crowd, but we're also seeing a crowd that is a little more rowdy. And of course, they're always mixed in together. This has been a flashpoint here at the Justice Center for many a rowdy crowd. And we have seen some things being thrown across the fence, such as water and water bottles, along with pig feed. The police had asked people to stop throwing animal feed earlier in the night. Also, again, I mentioned earlier, declaring this a civil disturbance and asking people to leave. You can hear them on their megaphone back there. The crowd is preparing. Some people are putting on their gas masks. And we have seen police gearing up with non-lethal rounds, but we haven't seen police that have come forward with their gas masks on. So maybe we've got a little reprieve here for a bit before people have to leave. They're trying to give them a lot of warning, they told us earlier this week, before those non-lethal devices are used, such as gas, smoke, or those flashbangs. Back to you, Wayne.